Hi YouTube. Today on Ammo Reloaders of America, we're going to review the target factory system, the targets, and the target frame. Target Factory and I are actually doing a giveaway for one of these frame sets. So what you need to do is continue to watch the rest of this video, and then there's a link down in the description that you'll need to click on and follow the instructions on how to enter. Maybe share an image, like their Facebook page, something like that. I'm not quite sure what the requirements are going to be at this point, but when you click that link, it'll all be set up for you, and you can go ahead and enter. Again, this is for one Target Factory frame set system. Today we're going to start off indoors, reviewing the Target Factory system because it's freezing and it's snowing outside. But I do want to get out there today, even though it's bad weather, because I want to shoot at this and give you guys some video of what it's like shooting at it, what happens to the targets when they get shot, what happens afterwards, and so on and so on. Okay, so first off, what we have here between the frame and the different the bottle targets is an actual system. Each bottle is a high visibility with the different colors, and it's made with a low density plastic polymer. The target system itself comes with 6 to 12 of these bottles, depending on which target system you get. Now, these targets are really nice. Let me pull one out here. The orange one, of course. These targets are actually made for any type of any caliber. I've actually got a picture that where they were shooting 50s at it, and each target can absorb hundreds of rounds without fail. And what's nice about these targets is that they can be used with the frame, as you see here, hanging. When you shoot them, they move, so they're reactive. It's easy to see when you actually hit the target. They can be standalone targets. And what I want to try and do is set these up standalone and also on the frame. And I want to put these, when I shoot them standalone, I want to actually set them up at different ranges, 25, 50, 100 yards, to see if the different colors, because they come in a bunch of different colors, I want to see if that has an effect, if I can see them easier, further or closer away. But I imagine, since it's snowing out, it's going to be just a white out, and so I'll be able to see any of the colors except for the white. Now, one of my pet peeves is going to an outdoor range and seeing it smothered with trash. I'm sure you guys have seen that. I think it's our responsibility as good shooters and good sportsmen to clean up the environment that we go shooting at. We need to clean up our brass. If we shoot plastic or soda cans or anything like that, we need to pick that up when we're done. What's nice about these bottles and this target system is that it doesn't leave any debris laying around. I mean, you can shoot this thing hundreds of times. The bullets will penetrate and go through the bottles, the frame, whatever, because it's all plastic, but it doesn't just shatter and go all over the place. It's easy to clean these things up. Makes our shooting ranges environmentally friendly. One other thing I want to bring up with you guys before we head out and start shooting at these targets is that the frame itself has a notch on top, so you can set other types of targets. You can set up some skeet, some clay pigeons, and just set them up there. That's up to you if you want to do that, or just shoot these targets like hanging or standalone. Okay, actually before we go out shooting, I want to go over the installation process on how to install these bottles on the frame itself. This frame is nice. It actually holds 6 here and 6 on the bottom, which I think is out of the view of the camera. But I want to go over that process with you. It's kind of, it's easy, but it's also difficult, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. But let me give you a close-up of these bottles. There's a hole at the top of each bottle, and you stick a tube, a black plastic tube in the top here, and there's holes also in the frame, and then you'll take that tube and put it in the top of the in the frame as well. They also have different types of bottles. They have these bottles that go with the frame set. So if you purchase a frame set, you'll get this and 6 or 12 bottles that go along with it. They also have other bottles that have a hole, a 1-inch hole on the bottom. And the purpose of that is you put a string through the top and it drops down to the bottom. And what you do is you tie a big knot in the string on the bottom. And if you're using like a nylon rope or nylon string, you can burn that a little bit, melt it, and then you just pull the rope all the way out. That knot will keep the rope from falling out of the bottle. And there, what you can do from there is just hang it on a tree or hang it on something else, some other frame. If you build your own type of wood frame or something like that, or wood target, you can go ahead and hang it. Okay, now that I've adjusted the camera angle to show you the installation on the frame set, basically it comes with these black tubes. Let me get a close-up of it. Okay, and then you just basically stick this black tube in the top of the bottle here. They say in the instructions it makes it a little easier if you dip it in water first, which I have a cup of water down here. Okay, so let me get a close-up of this. So, like I said before, it's easy to install. It's hard, but it's hard because you have to force this rubber tube into this plastic bottle, and it takes a lot of force and effort to do that. And one of the other tricks is as you're pushing the rubber tube into the bottle, they say to twist it. So let me show you. I'm twisting it. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I'm twisting it in, and it does go in a little bit at a time. It just takes a little bit of time to do this for each one of these. They say to twist it in about 1 inch into the bottle. Okay, and so I've done that. And then you also want to twist it into the frame about 1 inch, and so you'll leave about 1 inch hanging, as you can see here on these other ones. I've twisted the rubber tube into the bottle about 1 inch. So let me go ahead and twist it into the frame right now. The first thing I need to do is dip the end of this rubber tube into some water. Okay. Let me find a hole. You just simply take your time and twist it. As you're twisting, you're pushing up, and it goes in slowly but surely. And obviously it doesn't have to be precise on how far it goes into the bottle or into the frame, or how much you have left over right here. between the bottle and the frame. But you want to put it in enough into the bottle and into the frame so that as it gets hit, it doesn't fly off. But you also want to leave enough play in the targets so that when you do hit it, you see that it moves. Okay, now that we've reviewed the Target Factory frame set, and I've shown you how to install one of the bottles, let's go ahead and take this thing out and start shooting at it, see what happens. But before we do that, I want to make a couple other quick points that I've noticed about this system. What's nice about it is it's actually pretty sturdy. It holds up nice as I put some pressure on it here, and it moves a little bit, but not too bad for it being plastic. And the bottles themselves are really sturdy, really hard, dense plastic. I'm going to show you some pictures of what they look like when we shoot them. One of the other nice things is that the target system itself is the frame is really lightweight. It doesn't weigh very much, even with 4 bottles on here. The bottles are plastic; they're really light. So I imagine having the 12 different targets on the system, it's not going to add, but maybe more, like 1 or 2 more pounds, something like that. It's compact. It folds up nice and neat. So you just fold it up like that, put it in the back of your truck or your SUV, whatever you're driving out to the range with. Also one more thing, you can shoot with these outside or inside. So at any range, as long as they allow, an indoor range allows you to go out and set these up, you can set them up indoor as well. Also, one thing that I like about these is that the fact that they are plastic. When you shoot this with a bullet, it's going to go right through it. You don't have to worry about ricochets or anything like that. Just as you're shooting steel, or steel like the AR-500 steel, I've noticed when I shoot my 22 at it, the steel ricochets. The bullets ricochet. With this, the bullets will go right through this plastic. And the last point that I want to make, important fact, I guess you can say, and if you've been watching my channel or following me on Facebook, you know that one of the things that I love is when a product is American designed and it's American made. And that's what the Target Factory system is. It's designed here in America and it's made here in America. Okay, now that I've talked about all those things indoors, let's go ahead and head out to the range and start shooting this thing. Okay guys, welcome back. Thanks for coming to the range with us today. And as you can probably tell, the range was very cold and extremely windy. The camera almost got blown over. The frame almost got blown over. I almost got blown over. It was windy as all get out. But I think we had a lot of fun. I think we were able to test out the target system pretty well. And that's what I want to go ahead right now and talk with you about, is continue the review and explain, I guess, my thoughts, my feelings on the system, and basically what I thought about it. Okay, now that I've taken the time to take the system out to the range and shoot, test it out a little bit, I don't know if it was the conditions, if it was too windy, you know, what the case may be. I'm not quite sure, but according to the instructions and the way that the system was set up, every time you shoot one of the bottles, it's supposed to swing back and forth to let you know that you shot it. Maybe it was too windy and it didn't work out for me. Maybe I didn't set it up correctly. You know, with the rubber tubes, maybe I didn't leave enough room between the top of the bottle and the bottom of the frame for the bottle to swing. You know, I don't know, but I didn't find that to be the case. Every time I hit it, it didn't move, or at least I couldn't tell if it moved. And like I said, it may be the conditions, because it was extremely windy out today. That might be the reason why I couldn't see it swing, because they were moving, but that could be because of the wind. I couldn't really tell if I hit one of them. You know, we were about 25 yards away, at least that's what we paced out. So as far as them moving and being reactive, I've got to say that I couldn't tell. And the reason for that is probably because of the conditions today. Very cold and extremely windy. As far as being able to see them, I could have seen them 50 yards, 100 yards away, especially when it was snowy out. It was just a whiteout pretty much. And so if I set them up, you know, 25 yards, 50 yards, 150 yards away, I'm sure I could have seen them, even in the red dot on my AR. So the benefit there, these targets are easy to see. Okay, so all in all, my thoughts, my feelings on this target system, I like it. I like it a lot. I think that, honestly, I think that shooting steel, in my opinion, is better. I like to hear that gong noise when I hit a steel target. But the reason why I like the frame set here is because it's light. It's very light. I can lift the entire system up with one hand, and I can set it up quickly, easily. So they do have a huge benefit, you know, compared to the steel targets. If you checked out my other video, the one that I made, a dueling tree, those AR 500 little steel targets, they're probably about 10 pounds a piece, and the actual frame of my dueling tree is probably another 20 pounds. So all in all, you're talking 50 pounds, 60 pounds of steel for my dueling tree. But for this, I think this might only weigh 10 pounds altogether with all of the bottles, everything set up. So the benefit there is that it's very easy to see at far distances. It's very light, and it's easy as all get out to set up. Okay, now that we've done the review of seeing me shooting at the targets, me talking about it, the good things and the bad things about this target system, some pros and cons of maybe shooting steel versus this, let's go ahead and I want to show you the damage to the frame, the Target Factory frame set after I went to the range today. Okay, so this is what you can expect your frame to look like, your targets to look like after you shoot them quite a bit. A bunch of little holes in the targets and in the frame. Not a big deal at all. They have replacements for these that you can purchase. The frames you can purchase new ones and replacements and things. So all in all, like I said, I really enjoyed this system. It was very easy to take out to the range. I didn't have any problems with it, except the fact that I couldn't see the bottles move when I hit them. So, you know, they move now. Maybe I was using 5.56 so in my AR. So my guess is that for them to move a lot, you know, like that, you would need a bigger caliber bullet, maybe 3030 or 308, something like that. But as far, with the 223 or the 556, it didn't seem to move the bottles at all. It just clearly penetrated them, went right through. But the same thing can be said, or at least I guess a good thing that could be said is, I shot, as you can tell here, I shot the frame quite a bit, and the frame was sturdy. It didn't move. So maybe I was using the wrong type of ammunition, maybe too high speed. It was 55 grain. I can't remember the exact type of powder or primer or anything like that. But yeah, so it was 55 grain, 5.56 ammunition, and again, the bottles didn't move too much. The one thing, maybe the distance between the top of the bottle here, the top of the bottle and the frame, maybe the bottles need to be set down a little more to give them a little bit more play. I'm not sure. That's something I'm gonna have to test out. If you were to pick this target system up, I would suggest testing that out as well. All in all, I think it's a great system. I encourage you guys to purchase it if you can. Okay, like I said at the beginning of this video, we're going to be doing a giveaway of one of these frame set systems, the Target factory frame sets, and that includes the actual frame and I'm thinking 6 or 12 of the bottles, and I'll have to clarify that later on, but regardless, it's for the frame set and 6 or so bottles, targets that you can shoot at. And the way to enter is click that link down at the bottom and fill out the information. And like I said earlier, it's to like the Facebook page, or share a video or an image or something like that. Maybe all of the above, maybe just one of them, and for extra entries do a couple other things. Okay, thanks for watching this review on the Target factory system, the Target system. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, click that like button, share with your friends, and don't forget to enter that giveaway. Thanks, bye.